Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm
TheBoxingVoice.com.
You walk away with a silver medal, which is an incredible accomplishment. Can you take any pride in that?
No. I don't like to lose.
Now it's like I know what feeling I don't want to ever go through. He was talking about you crying and like, you go watch Floyd was crying.
When you in the trenches, you know, it's cool to shoot them bullets. How you gonna defend yourself when them bullets coming back?
Davis thought Santa Cruz was gonna fold from his
The popular and acclaimed defending WBA lightweight champion of the world.
If it was the streets, these niggas would have been smoked. Pack the whole group up. Pack them up and get them the fuck out of boxing.
Haney, Cambosis, one of those folks, maybe Garcia.
All them guys is easy work. They easy work, man. I'm the top dog.
The hard-hitting young star of boxing, 3-division world champion.
Skill for skill. I'm much more skillful than Canelo. I stand on that. I'm much more skillful.
You and Cambosis, what happens, Tank?
I'm whooping that ass. Tell him come see me. Tell him hold the belts. I'll whoop his ass for free.
The defending world champion from Baltimore, Maryland.
We from the city. You know what's happening, what's in the city.
TheBoxingVoice.com.
Gervonta Tank Davis.
SDS Promotions.
I remember walking in Mayweather, me sitting on the couch. I told him, bum ass fighter. He ain't say nothing, not one word. He got a fur on his 80 degrees.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. I am your host, Nesta Gibbs, joined alongside absolutely no one. It's Solo Dolo, Scarface, no Manolo. We're here to discuss the big news that took place at the Regis Cepeda undercard, or rather card itself, out in the Dignity Health Sports Arena. Jermall Charlo, a guy we haven't seen in quite some time, was out and about and was allegedly trying to make fights with one particular person in Dmitry Bivol. Dmitry Bivol, obviously last coming off of a solid win over Zurdo Ramirez, Gilberto Ramirez, and previous to that, obviously the big win over Canelo Alvarez. So, look, man, I wanted to talk about it because I see so many people excited. Oh, Charlo called out Bivol. Oh, Charlo, Bivol, beginning of the year. Maybe possibly next year. I mean, just Google Charlo and see. But it's like, why are we lying? Why are we acting as if, yeah, you know why I said allegedly, Rude Dog? Because does he really want the fight? Is it really going to happen? Like, how many times do we have to go through this before we realize what could and can't happen? Charlo doesn't even have a belt. Did you guys hear Dmitry Bivol in the video? It's like he's not really interested. Charlo doesn't bring anything to the table. He tried to offer his 60-pound belt. Bivol said no, flat out. Then, there's kind of a yes, I'll fight you at 68. But, even Bivol's like, for what? You don't have a belt. Like, it'll just be an attraction. And maybe that's true. Maybe that's true. It'll just be an attraction. But I don't know. This rubbed me the wrong way. I've been telling these guys for years, make your own fucking lane. Now, you want to ride the Bivol wave. Because he got the fight and he beat Canelo. Now he's the new man that beat the man, so you want to jump on that. Bro, there's so many things that Charlo could do to make his own name. It's crazy. You know, there's Chris Eubank Jr. that was on his side of the street once upon a time over there on PBC. They got a common opponent in Korobov. You know, that's a good fight. You got Chris out here making super fights with Conor Benn, turns around and makes another domestic fight with Liam Smith. Meanwhile, Charlo can't get a fight. He out here talking about fighting a dude who's on the zone and a dude who beat Canelo, so that dude is expensive. Like I don't even understand why people believe this shit, bro. This faker news than fake news, man. Let's be real. This shit'll never happen, man. If they couldn't make the Andrade fight that would have been for unification, I don't understand why people are believing that this one will get made. Dmitry Bivol, a guy that speaks less English than than Andrade. I don't know. It doesn't seem realistic to me, especially Charlo coming off of I don't know how long it's been since he's actually been in the ring. I know it's been over 500 days since he's defended, since he's had a mandatory. I'm Googling here, and it looks like he hasn't fought since 2021 of June. So it's over a year now. Clearly. A year and quite some months. And if I remember correctly, I want to say maybe Derevyanchenko was a mandatory. I want to say that's probably how he got in that fight with Charlo in the first place. I could be wrong. You can correct me. That's what this show is all about. It is a call-in show. Feel free to call in and raise your hand and disagree if you don't believe my pessimistic view. If you think, yeah, this is a fight that could get done, I mean, please explain how. Let us know how it'll get done. And when do you think? What's your timeline, you know? When do you see this fight happening? Because for Bivol, he just seems busy. You know, right now, Artur Beterbiev is busy with Anthony Yarde. But soon after, that's the fight that naturally needs to get done, is Bivol versus Beterbiev, or winner of Yarde Beterbiev. But, you know, Yarde, while they are calling him a knockout king, I don't know, right? Like, if anyone's a king at knocking anyone out, it's going to be Artur Beterbiev. But if you're watching this right now live, don't forget to go ahead and smash that thumbs up button, because we do got one lonely, miserable person that had nothing to do and is just so sad in his life that he pressed thumbs down. The only one loser. Say hello to the loser. But if you haven't already done so, come on over. Hit that thumbs up. Call in. We're using Discord. We're using Twitter Spaces. And we're also on Blog Talk. So come on and join us. Let me make sure that I go ahead and log into that, though. But, yeah, man, tell me, what are your guys' thoughts on this particular topic? It was hot yesterday, let's be real. You know, with everything that Charlo did, the video went viral. Shout out to Fight Hub and a few others. I seen The Real Fight Girl. Shout out to Cynthia Conti. Quite a few people I seen posting videos of, you know, the interaction between Jermall Charlo and Dmitry Bivol. I mean, you know, in a perfect world, right? In a perfect world, I guess it would be a good fight. Charlo
Your
would
show
be
now,
doing
press 1. To hear important instructions, press
Charlo would be doing what we've asked him to do for a while now.
Your show will
You
go
know,
live in 5 seconds. 4,
we have asked him to
3,
go live.
2,
Excuse me,
1.
to go up for David Benavidez. So really, maybe that's the poll, right? You know, how much bigger? No, how much bigger? No. How is right? Is the Dmitry Bivol fight bigger than the Benavidez fight? Bigger than the David Benavidez fight for Charlo. Now let's see. Now, rightfully so, some could pick Bivol and say that's a bigger fight for Charlo. Obviously, with Dmitry getting the win over Canelo, some could assume that he is a bigger name here and would represent more for Charlo. Those are all fair answers and assessments. So I'm putting answer would be Dmitry Bivol is the bigger fight. And then same for Benavidez. And should we add more? Should we go ahead with Demetrius and with our good friend Chris Eubank Jr.? I don't think those will get many options and votes. Let's be real. Andre is beltless. So is Chris Eubank. But they are names. They are names in that 60-pound division. Andre's still number 3 in the WBO, even without a title. And maybe he has, some people out there that want to see him, still want to see him in this fight. Should we throw Johnny back in there and but if we throw Johnny back, we get no Chris Eubank. And should Carlos Adames be in there as he's the mandatory? After this video surfaced, there's been more rumors of Charlo saying that he's coming back in February. It would have to be versus Adames unless they're paying Adames some sort of step-aside money because he's been ordered to face Carlos Adames. So I think I'll put Adames in there, even though Carlos Adames is the bigger fight. Probably will not be chosen as the bigger fight. So maybe we need to take that out, even though he's the mandatory. Go back to like a guy like Demetrius, who's known to Charlo's public. Maybe is that better? So tell me in the live chat. Remember, you could join us right here on youtube.com/The Boxing Voice. And don't forget, we're taking calls. So you could join us via Blog Talk by dialing 1-425-569-5241 or joining us via Discord and or Twitter Spaces. Looks like we got our first caller of the day, and it's Two-Tone, the superstar. Shout out to my man Tone. We'll be seeing him real soon in Phoenix, Arizona. Hopefully you guys will be joining us as well for the Chocolatito 3 versus Estrada.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Subscribe to youtube.com/The Boxing Voice for the latest and greatest interviews with your favorite fighters.
Peace.
What up, champ?
You hear me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, what's happening, man? Hope your holiday was blessed, Ness. Hope your holiday was blessed, man.
Can't complain, man. Likewise, man. Hope you did had a great one too.
Yeah, man. I think, well, first and foremost, man, I think Charlo was off them Henny shots. I think a lot alcohol had to do something with that because he was slurring a lot. I like because Bivol looked absolutely terrified when they was talking. Like, you know, when like a drunk person talking to you, and you're like, "Whoa!" Bivol was like thrown off. But Charlo, he should be fighting the Carlos guy. That's the guy that he should be fighting next. He said he coming back in February. I would like him to fight the Carlos guy, and he should demand the winner of David and Caleb. That's what he should be doing. Like going all the way to Bivol, like he wild for that. He tripping for that.
Yeah, I mean, only reason I get him is because that's what they get in this game for. Is like you want to fight the best and you want to fight the guy that will bring you the biggest check, and I'm assuming that that's what Bivol represents since he's gotten the win over Canelo.
Right. But still, like I understand that, but his legacy at 160 is trash. So like he got some work to do to carve out his own lane. And carving out his own lane is handling the Carlos guy, Adames, handling him, then go ahead and getting that work with David Benavidez or Caleb Plant. Like he got some work to do, even if he was trying to fight Triple G or Andrade, Demetrius Andre.
I
Like
agree. I would definitely love to see him fight Carlos Adames, who, you know, respectfully chose for the WBC not to strip Charlo and instead said, I'd rather face the champion. They were going to try and give him emeritus and all that. He wants to fight the champ. So I see Charlo, obviously, we're doing a show on him looking for a fight other than Adames. So maybe he can't get up for Adames. I don't know. But he's got to remember that if he does Adames this way, he's doing what Canelo did to him.
You said if he does Adames what?
If he does Adames this way, he would be doing what Canelo did to him.
Oh, yeah. True. Yeah. That's real. Yeah, man. I'm glad that he is out and about, that he's out there networking again. It's glad to see that, brother.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's time for him to catch some fades. And
You
that
heard,
man,
you heard they was
Adames,
crying, right? I didn't get to see the video, but I'm being told
was
both him.
crying.
Yeah, I'm being told him and Regis cried in celebration either before or after the fight.
Oh man,
Together though.
Yeah,
because that's why he was there. He was there to support Regis.
Oh, okay. That might have been some Hennessy tears on Charlo's part. Regis might have just been happy that he's a two-time champion again. Charlo, that might have been Hennessy tears. I don't know. But yeah, man, can't wait to see y'all out here in Phoenix on Saturday for the fight, man. It's gonna be lit, brother.
Let's go, man. I can't wait. All right, well, that was Tone, the superstar. Check him out on Twitter and YouTube and TikTok where he's blowing up. Looks like we got some callers on Blog Talk. You know the number to call in if you want to use your cell phone, your landline. That's 1-425-569-5241. Press one time to voice your opinion right here. Voice of the People hotline. Don't forget, we got Discord and Twitter Spaces for those that want to call in via those platforms. We're going out to Swift in Tampa. What up?
My check.
1 2 1 2.
Man, good morning, man. How you doing?
Oh man, can't complain, man. Highly favored, definitely blessed. Happy to be doing another podcast for y'all.
Yeah, definitely doing the Boston God's work out here, man. We definitely appreciate you. Hope the holidays is A1 from day one. So I ain't gonna lie to you, Ness. I'm a little tight. I'm a little tight with Charlo, man. You know what I'm saying? This is tomfoolery. You know what I'm saying? You got fish to fry already at 168. You're reaching way up to 175. You're back. I'm gonna call him Charlo Twist. Because he was over there talking about some, can I get a fight, sir? Please? Can I get a fight, sir, for attraction? Please? I'm going to call that man Charlo Twist, man. He sound like Oliver Twist out here begging for a fight from Bivol. Like, come on now. You got Benavidez and Plant about to make the fight to get that Canelo spot that you've been begging for. Would you holler at one of those guys? Jaime Mungui was in the same hallway. Why we ain't got no video running down on him? You just said there's in the video was too big for you to fight, but you're reaching up to a 175 champion for a fight, for attraction. For attraction? I feel like AI for practice for attraction, bro. Come on, man. That's some tomfoolery, Ness. You know what I'm saying? We got fights for you at 168 right now. Them boys getting in for a Canelo spot, but you don't want none of that smoke. Seem like you want to reach up. You want to reach up and try to make some noise, make some buzz. I'm trying to challenge a 175 champion. You know you're not getting that fight, bro. Like that's tomfoolery, bro. You trying to trick the public. Come on, man. Shit, man. We'll take the Jaime Mungui fight, bro. But that Bivol fight so long ago, bro, it didn't make no sense, man. Bivol looking at that man crazy as fuck in that video, like, bro, what? Undisputed at 168? Nigga, yeah, bro, like last bro said, bro, you know he was off in Henny shots, bro. He talking about some fight for undisputed at 168. Bro, you only got one belt. You ain't bringing nothing to the table, bro. You got a plate. You got a plate at the table with no food on it. But you want Bivol to eat with you? Come on, man, make it make sense, bro. I'm tight, man. I'm hot, bro, because I like Charlo, bro. I want to see him in some big fights. Hell, go fight Boo Boo. You want to have an introduction to 168? Go fight Boo Boo. He's trying to get in 168 too. What's up? You reach for a motherfucker that's busy. Man, I'm about fed up with this.
I mean, technically Bivol not busy. He just fought Gilberto. He's definitely available.
Come on, man. He's available for a catchweight at 168 when he eyeing Arthur Benavidez. He eyeing legacy for real.
I mean, if they offered Gennady $40 million for 2 fights and one of those was Charlo, what would they offer Bivol? But it's non-title.
Man.
Non-title at 168. But listen. He could fight Charlo for the check to get the 68 to then fight Canelo, because Canelo about to fight Ryder in May. And Canelo's trying to offer Bivol the rematch at 68 for undisputed. Let him get that one acclamation fight with Charlo. Boop, boop. It's an attraction. He beats up on a big name, an American name. Goes back in there with Canelo Alvarez. It sounds good. But he ain't got nothing to do with Canelo.
That kind of clout, because Charlo coming from 160. He ain't even acclimated 168 yet. He ain't done nothing in 168.
But that's what that fight.
Like he gonna bully him.
But that's what that fight would be for. That's what that fight would be for, to acclimate. How he gonna bully him when Bivol don't even know how he gonna respond to 168? He ain't fought there.
He ain't fought there, but he beat the man in 168.
All that show,
he beat the man.
All that show is that he beat a smaller man at 75. He got to go beat Charlo at 68. And let's be real, I'm gonna have to find a video now. You tripping? Charlo looked like he a fucking tree standing over Bivol. Bivol look itty bitty. Tell me he don't look small.
Bivol probably didn't count, man. Yeah, Charlo looking fat right now, man.
Oh, that wasn't fat. That was height and body.
All right, you got it. The only thing is, Ness, you gotta agree with me, bro. That older generation of boxing, bro, they falling off, bro. This younger generation, that 30 and down, them boys want to fight, man. Them boys are fighting right now. I'm talking about from young heavyweights to the young flyweights, bro. They're all fighting. And we got these other dudes 30 and up who fighting maybe once, twice a year. You know what I'm saying? And then they're looking for ways out of competition. They're looking for higher shit they know might not happen, bro. The boxing game is looking watered down right now when champions pull shit like this. You got champions around you that you can fight, but you're reaching for a fight that possibly cannot even be made. You know what I'm
I
saying?
hear
That's
you,
just
man,
my
but that's what
frustrations about it.
fighters
That's my
do.
frustrations.
That's what fighters
You right.
do, though.
You right.
They always call out, you know, the big name. That's what they want. They want the big fights, and you know, we gotta respect that some of them step up to the plate, like they, you know, that's. And I gotta let you go, Swift. But that's where that phrase come from. Like some people fight up to the level of their competition. Some people fight down. So yeah. Yo, it's crazy because Fight Hype didn't have the video. I'm gonna have to go to the Real Fight Girl. That's who got it. Cynthia Conti. Cynthia Conti. Okay, here you go. Let me get a screen share real quick. All right, and we're on Cynthia Conti of Ring Magazine's verified Instagram, and I'm verifying it, all right? So here we go. I ain't got no audio. Where's my audio? What's going on with that? Why don't I hear that? What? All right. I don't know why I'm not hearing that. We should be. But this is the size up. I guess you're going to have to see how it looks versus also getting the audio for right now. I did take all this equipment with me to frickin' LA, so that could have something to do with the audio at the moment. But, okay, here we go. Let me see this. Yeah. All right. So, I mean, here you can see the size difference and or no difference whatsoever, truthfully. You know, looks pretty much the same or a little bit bigger for Charlo, that is. So we'll see. I got a request on Twitter Spaces. We're going out to Kansas City. What up? Mad Bent, how you doing this morning?
I'm doing good. You hear me?
Perfect. That's them Kenichi Bears, them
Yep,
Hibernation Fives.
That's them Kenichi Bears, man. Don't sleep. It's hibernation, but don't sleep.
Yo, you got the
They're excellent.
the mic
Perfect.
on, or you just using the head? I mean, you using the detachable mic, or you just using the headset itself?
Right now, I'm just using a headset.
Oh wow! So that's
When
without
when
the
I call
mic.
that's without the mic. Previously, I did use the mic, but right
Sound-
now I'm without the headset. I just came from the gym.
Sounds
Oh.
clear. What you doing in the gym, old man? Ain't you like 56?
I'm 50.
Okay,
I'm in
shout
the
out,
I'm in
man.
the I'm in the Air Force Reserve. I got a physical exam coming up, so I gotta stay in the gym.
Shout out to you, man.
Stay ready, so I don't have to get ready.
I like it.
Anyway, I hope the fight happens with Charlo and Bivol.
What's the
I wanted him
probability?
to do
What's the probability or the percentage on that hope? Because you know.
on that hope according to your options that we have up on the marquee, it probably won't happen. You know, I don't think Charlo is that kind of guy. I've been shown that in the past, like stepping up to big names. But maybe he's changing his mind. Maybe he's going the Javante route and taking control and saying, I'm going to take the risk at this point in my career and, go for legacy.
But
This is something I want him to do.
But I mean, he says let's do an attraction fight. Is he really an attraction? And by that, is Showtime going to send the offer to Bivol to go over to Showtime, or are they going to send him to DAZN? Because again, is it an attraction fight?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
Defend that man.
I think with all the with the Benavides and Canelo talk and the Charlo and all this stuff, at least for the hardcore fans, and Bivol beating on Canelo, and people talking about Canelo going up for greatness. This will be at least for me, it's attractive and an attraction fight because Bivol just beat Canelo. Yes, at 175. Like you pointed out, Canelo wanted him to come down to 168. Big Charlo is at 160. He could go up to 168 with Bivol, a weight both of them are not used to. And if he beat Bivol, then we will have to talk about maybe he could fight Benavidez. Maybe he could fight Canelo. He would solidify himself suddenly in them talks to fight Canelo, the Plants, and Benavidez. And if he beat Bivol convincingly, then he for sure would be in that talk. But honestly, in my heart, I don't think it would happen. In my hopes and prayers, like my man would say, the boxing gods, I hope they could make it come true and we have that fight. But yeah, I like it. I love it.
Give me
I
a
want to see
percentage.
Charlo.
Give me a percentage, man. What's the percent? 100 being
Out
the
of
best.
100% that it could happen, I would say like 40%. Slim to none.
All right.
20%.
Damn, 20?
Well, 20%. I don't think it's going to happen, but I would like it to happen.
Okay. No,
But
hey, listen, you're
on
being
a side note,
honest.
before I end my call, Gervonta cracked both Shakur and Haney. Crack them both.
Well, we're going to be talking about Gervonta at 12 o'clock live from the Wynn Casino right here in Las Vegas out of the Blue Wire studio. So join us this afternoon. Remember, the same number you're calling today, 1-425-569-5241, is the number to call at 12 Pacific Standard Time, noontime, lunchtime right here for our West Coasters. And on the East, we'll be going live at 3 p.m., right when you got about an hour or two left for your work week. And that's what we're trying to do, get you through your work day and your work week and have you to continue to choose us as your entertainment. We're going to go out to Boxing Boxologist. What up, Kansas City?
Man, what's up, King? How you living, bro?
Can't complain, brother. How are you?
Man, all right, man. This is the irony, man. I thought Charlo wasn't a matchmaker. He said he wasn't a matchmaker, man. Now he doing matchmaking, man. Like,
I mean,
I think he's doing it kind of for clout, man.
He's doing a lot of hypocritical shit. Remember, he said he would fight Benavidez at a 64-pound catchweight, but this guy, he's willing to go all the way up.
But not only that, but not only in the interview you didn't tell nobody when you coming back, what weight class you fighting at. Notice that.
He said
two,
February.
You didn't. Yeah, he said February, but he didn't say what weight he fighting at.
True.
You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, now all of a sudden, you ready to work with Eddie Hearn? You let $7 million sit on the table over there. And now you think you can go over there and fight? You think Eddie gonna let Bivol go over the PBC? Come on, man. I think it's for clout, man. I think he's been away, and you know what better guy to call out face to face that just so happened to be in the same venue your homeboy fighting at than the guy that just beat the face of boxing. You know what I'm saying? So I just think it's for clout, man. I don't think he really mean going up there doing that shit. He trying to see what kind of buzz he can generate by doing some shit that he see other people do. But I don't think he's trying to fight, man. You know what I'm saying? I seen something similar with Daniel Jacobs. You know, and what came of that fight? Nothing. You know, but yeah, man. But that's my piece on that, bro. That's all I want. I'm like, man, I think it's for clout, man. I don't think he really. You know what I'm saying? You got fish. I mean, these guys, man, they might as well do a free weight. You know what I'm saying? They might as well do a free weight, open weight, because ain't nobody fighting at their weight class now. Everybody want to jump up and jump down. You know what I'm saying? Y'all might as well just, hey, all the 160s to the 175ers or whatever, since all y'all can jump up and jump down, hey, go ahead. Don't worry about the weight when it comes to y'all. Just make the fights happen. You know what I'm saying? Catch weight all the fights, since everybody can fight each other. But man, that's my speech, bro.
Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you calling in and expressing your frustrations right here, man. The Voice of the People hotline. You know the number to call in, 1425-569-5241. Press 1 time to voice your opinion right here. Don't forget, we can also take your calls on Discord and Twitter Spaces starting from California. CYP, what up? If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button. It's going to help with the algorithm. It's going to help put this episode in front of other boxing fans who could call in and voice their opinion and let us know what do they think of this news that we're discussing. CYP Discord, you there? Looks like claim your position is having some issues. We'll move on to the next. Jump back in, CYP. We're going out to C-Dub, True Roll Tide. Shout out to the 3 miserable people that hit thumbs down for no apparent reason. What up? C-Dub. C-Dub, C-Dub. Yo, 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 yo. C-Dub, I don't see you, buddy. C-Dub, let me try one more time. Let me see this. C-Dub, you there? Hello, hello. Oh, okay, inviting you back. Killing me right now. Check, 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 check. Yo, unmute. That's LV Slugger. What up? All right, I'm not hearing nobody over there. We're going out to Twitter Spaces in the meantime. In between time, looks like we got Philly Irish Drew. What's good? We hear you on the check-in. You got to unmute, though.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, brother?
Can you hear me?
We do.
Hey, I think it's a 5% chance this fight happens. Like, I don't think the fight's going to happen because Charlo has to be A side, Charlo's mind, and he hasn't fought nobody. How can he be B side if he hasn't fought anybody? And Bivol beat him already.
You breaking up a little bit, man. You might want to call back in. But what did you say? Can you try to repeat that?
I said that it's a 5% chance that this fight's going to happen.
Okay.
Because Charlo thinks he has to be the A side. And Bivol has to go to Showtime.
I mean, I didn't see any news on that, but yeah.
Like, I think he's going to price himself out. He's going to say he's got to be the A side. Bivol's got to go to Showtime. Like, that's what a lot of these PBC fighters do. They want to make them go to their network and fight them. And they have to be the A side. That's why I think this fight's going to happen. Like, I think this is all cap and everything to get himself back out there because he's been inactive for like 17 months.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, he's going to return in February and everything, but who's he going to fight? What division he's going to fight in? Like, is he going to fight nobody? Like, fighter he fought is Dovachenko.
I'm going to need you to call back in, champ. You keep clipping. Looks like you're in a bad service area. CYP California, Blog Talk, what up?
Yo, man. Hope I'm good. Anyway, you already talking about A side, B side already? Damn.
Hey, CYP, can you get off the Bluetooth? Because we barely hear you.
Yeah. Yeah, but hold on. Matter of fact, come back to me.
All right. Hawk, Maryland, what up?
Yo, can you hear me now?
Perfect.
Oh, okay. TBV, what's up? How you doing today? Now, how was your weekend, my brother?
Can't complain, brother.
That's right. 531 forever. Anyway, hey man, that Charlo joint was a Saturday night clip, bro. When was the last time Charlo even fought? 3 years ago? 4 years ago?
The last time Charlo fought.
Can you remember?
Yeah, I don't know. I had it pulled up. I gotta check again. But
like Jay-Z said.
What'd he say?
Jay-Z said, we don't believe you. We don't believe you. You need more people. Don't believe him, bro. Not at all. And then when Bivol was standing right in front of him, he seemed like he was high or something. He said, "You want to fight me? You want to fight me?" That was weird the way he said it.
I mean, I think he was just using broken English to try and connect with Bivol because he don't speak the best English.
Okay, I caught that part, but then when Bivol hit him with, well, what weight class? He didn't have an answer for it. If you're gonna come up to him, man,
he said 68.
Down pat.
I thought he said 68. You ain't hear that?
What weight class at first? No, he said it after he was going through the different ones. He said, I guess 168, 160. And then Bivol said, well, you don't have no belt at that weight class.
Nah, he said they was going to do it for Undisputed at 68, remember?
I heard that. I heard that. Hey, man, I'm going to tell you.
Yo, maybe he mean, I'm going to go take care of Adames. You go take care of Canelo for 68 Undisputed, then I fight you after. I don't fucking know.
Hey, I'm going to tell you, put it like this. Charlo gave, what Charlo did was a Saturday night clip. He gave everybody in YouTube some space to make a little money today to be putting this out here because really he just his record shows he just not into boxing right now, man. I mean, when he was talking to Bivol and the whole instant when it all happened, he just didn't seem sure of himself. Like he really wanted to fight Bivol. And in my opinion, why is he going at Bivol when he could just, if he wanted to fight at 175, just go fight somebody at 175. That would be big news, period, in boxing. Charlo goes to 175 and takes the fight. That would be big news. Or get behind Benavidez, Caleb Plant, get behind that fight, take a fight before that, and get into that drawing to fight those two guys, whoever wins. But him coming out talking to Bivol like he's gonna fight, it's a joke. I don't believe him. I just don't believe Charlo. He big, he's strong, all that. He's very capable, but I just don't believe him. That's my call.
All right, brother. Well, we do appreciate it. We are lit up with calls on Twitter Spaces and Blog Talk. Remember, you can call in by dialing 142-559-5241. Press 1 time to voice your opinion. I want to try Discord one more time, see if we can get this right. King Born, are you there? All right, King Born. So it's us, not you, because we don't hear you. So we'll figure that out. We're going to keep it moving. We're going out to Terriano Johnson. Really? The real fighter, is this you? Terriano. Oh, wait a minute. I hear you. What's up, brother?
Can you hear me?
Perfect.
I'm good, man. Can't complain. I'm back here in the Bahamas at the 242. Just doing my thing, man. But hey, respect to you, man, to the voice of boxing, man. Respect much.
Oh, appreciate you, man. It's always a pleasure to have you and any fighter call into the show, man. I always feel bad what happened in that Curtis Stevens fight, man. That was a fantastic fight that, you did your thing. But what's up, brother? What's on your mind?
Hey, listen, I'm still here, still doing my thing in the gym, trying to get some work in. But no doubt, if anybody I want to step into the ring with, oh, God, the only person I really want to step into the ring with is Charlo. Because that dude has been a bitch. That dude has been a bitch and has always been a bitch. I mean, that dude ain't fighting no legit middleweight. And you really think he gonna go up to light heavyweight? Nah, that dude is straight up a bitch. I mean, You watched how he handled Daniel Jacob, and Daniel Jacob approached him. Man, that dude is a real cut between the leg, man. I'm telling you, that Charlo is a piece of shit. He ain't fighting. I mean, I don't know if anybody out there who is a better cherry picker than Jermall. Because that bitch ain't fighting no legit middleweight. From he came inside the middleweight, he fought Heelan, I think that's what the guy from Argentina name.
Yep.
Highland.
Patrick Highland.
That dude, he had a ankle injury, and then who else he fought? He fought a guy who Munguia beat as a junior middleweight and came up to fight him as a middleweight. Man, let me tell you something. Charlo been bitching from the beginning of the middleweight division, man. He been bitching, and you think for one instant he gonna fight Bivol? Man, that bitch, he only running his mouth. He only running his mouth.
Let me ask
if he want to fight, man, shoot, I'll step into the ring and I listen. Trust me, I would take as minimum could be to fight that bitch. Anything. I would fight that bitch and I'd beat that bitch.
Yo, have you ever been offered the fight?
Nah, they can always say high risk, low reward. That's always going to be their talk. You know, I guess that's how the business operates. But especially in his favor, he's going to take advantage of that shit. He's going to take advantage of that.
So when's the last time you've been in the ring?
Well, Munguia, and that's more than 2 years now. Been going through some mental issues. That fight, you know, honestly, man, doing good in that fight. That hurt me more than the Curtis Stevens fight. That hurt me more than the Curtis Stevens fight. More so, it didn't do much effect on my body. I mean, yeah, I got a nasty cut on my lip. But hey, I'm still able to kiss my wife. But shit, that when you come that close and you just lose it just like that, yeah, that shit pays a toll on you. And I'm getting back into it. I'm trying to get my grind back on. Hey, my mojo is back, and hey, if anybody made it come back, it's that same Jermall Charlo. Ain't no joke. Every time I hear that bitch name, I'm like, shit. This dude been cherry picking all this time, just robbing the fans of a good fight. He ain't gonna ever fight Daniel Jacob. He ain't gonna ever fight Bivol. He ain't gonna ever fight no legit fighter. He's never gonna fight a legit fighter. But everybody want to give him credit. He haven't fought in more than 17 months, right? And he still holds the WBC title. That's some shit, man. How the hell you still hold the WBC title and they're not forcing your mandatories on you? Man, that's a bunch of shit, man.
Let me ask you, are you still with Golden Boy?
I'm still with Golden Boy.
So you know it's going to be difficult for you to get that fight.
Well, I knew it from the beginning. I knew that from the beginning. But this boxing, and these boxers need to stop acting like Cinderellas, man. They always want to, when they don't want to fight, they're going to blame their promoters. If you want to fight, you can make the fight happen.
So are you medically cleared?
I've been medically cleared now for more than a year, man.
So when have you expressed interest to Golden Boy that you wanted to get back in the ring, and what are they saying? Because you got Shane Mosley over there, Jr. You got Jason Quigley over there, Rosado still over there, Beck the Bullies over. You guys got a lot of guys on the zone.
No, we do have a lot of guys. And to tell you the truth, hey, I fought Quigley, if you remember that. I fought Quigley. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have no problem disposing of those guys. We may be in the same promotion and all, but I have no problem disposing of them. But to tell you the truth, though, if I go where my passion is, my passion is to kick Charlo's ass. That's where my passion is, man. And I believe Golden Boys, I've been putting it out there, never really directly spoke to Golden Boys directly on it. Mm-hmm. But the interest is there. The interest had always been there, and they have always known it. And not only them, fighters know when fighters are going after them. Fighters know when fighters are after them. And he knows. Charlo knows.
Now, let me ask you, you don't even want a tune-up. Because, we could say whatever we want about Charlo, but the boy could fight.
Yeah, y'all could say he can fight. Yeah, y'all could say he can fight. If I get inside the ring, y'all say different. It'll be different.
Okay.
It'll be different. I would be up that dude's ass like friggin' buddy. Charlo does bring a
But you ain't been
different
in the ring
side.
in a minute, Johnson. Like your timing right? Are you rusty? We talking about almost 3
Dude,
years.
you know how long I've been out of the ring before I fought any other fight? I mean, Jason Quigley, I was out of the ring for some time. Before I fought Curtis Stevens, I was out of the ring some time. Listen, that's another excuse. Your timing,
Yeah,
that's only one.
are those ideal situations for you? Are those ideal? Did you like coming in as a B-side with a little bit of time to train? Like, that's all I'm saying.
You know, that has been my life, all my life. That's the thing about it. And that's something I'm accustomed to. You know, some fighters can and some fighters can't. I'm from the Bahamas, you know, and the credit that we get up in here, it ain't much, you know, so we're always going to be down. Listen, if I become, undisputed champion, I'm still going to get a B-side, you know, and that's just the way the system operates with some fighters. And that's the truth. I'm always going to be the B-side, but I'm used to that. I'm used to coming in, you know, whereas, you're just the opponent. Shoot, against Jason Quigley, would you believe it or not, they had me as the opponent. You know, and I didn't feel nothing to it. I just went in there and I kicked his ass. And hey, it happened. Now, no disrespect to Quigley now. The dude can fight. He can fight. But he went up against Toriano Johnson, man. And I was good and I was ready. You know, and I did what I had to do inside the ring. I'm used to being the B-side. I have no problem with being the B-side because you know why? We are the underdogs and we are the ones who come out here to prove you wrong, man. And that's been my thing all my life. I'm going to prove you wrong.
Well, Toriano, man, I do appreciate you calling in. I'm going to get to some other callers, but hopefully the powers that be hear the call out. And I think it's a decent fight for Charlo and yourself, since you've both been out the ring for quite some time. So, yeah, hopefully you can get that. I know it would mean a lot to you. That being said, give everybody your social media where they can follow you, and let me get to some other callers.
All right, well, I'm Toriano Johnson, Tureano Johnson. You can hit me up on Twitter all the time, man. And, hey, goes out to the Voice of Boxing, bro. You've been having some good contents out there. Keep it up. But stay true, man. Don't come with that flavor shit. Come with the real stuff.
I got you, baby. Don't worry. Bahamas and the Caribbeans, we stick together. Shout out, man. Enjoy the rest of your day. We going back out to Twitter Spaces. Looks like we got the ghosts. What up? If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button. Let's get this episode in the eyes of some other callers. This way we could get more people giving their opinion. We just got a professional fighter to voice his. Now it's your turn. What up?
Hello, what's up? I don't know, you might have not watched it. Did you see the Adam Azim fight?
Adam who?
Azim. He's from the UK, the next big thing.
I did not. Only UK cards I watched was Dillian White versus Jermaine Franklin. I watched Fabio Wardley versus what's his name? That was a good ass fight.
Gorman.
Fuck,
Gorman.
Bro. That was a good fight. Shout out to Wardley, bro. That was a good fight. And I watched that McCormick fight. McCormack or some shit like that. Cormac? I don't know.
Yeah.
I watched him. I didn't watch Azim. Sorry.
What do you think of John Ryder's win? And do you think Wardley is the real deal or not?
Oh, yeah. I've been liking Wardley for some time. And, you know, that's a good domestic win. But I think, you know, they were talking about, and I ain't going to front, Gorman performed better than Eric Molina, but Eric Molina is still the bigger win for Fabio, who already had that win on his resume. But that Gorman win,
in the world, though.
Yeah, that Gorman win was nice, though, the way he put that performance together. 15 wins, 14 knockouts, and the boy likes to fight. Like, Gorman hit him, and he'll hit his ass right back. So I'm enjoying him. Let's see what Eddie does, because this was a step up. He showed Eddie and Dillian White he's the real deal. So let's see where they take him now. You know, that was a good win over Gorman. I like Gorman, too. Hopefully he could come back.
Okay. Thanks for taking my call.
No worries, brother. Appreciate you calling in. Yeah, man. Shout out to Fabio Wardley. He did really good. If you haven't seen that fight, you should go check him out. He is, I don't want to say dangerous, even though on paper that's what it looks like. 15 wins, 14 knockouts, just knocked out Gorman, common opponent with Daniel Dubois. But he's like slick, but vulnerable because he keeps his hands down and he gets a little wide sometimes because he's very, I guess I'm going to say ambitious, man. He's looking to put on a show. So, CYP, did we not get to you? Oh, yeah, the Bluetooth. What up?
Yeah, already. Look. I'm going to let somebody else pull up Toriano Johnson's resume. So, because I don't want to do that. That's too easy to eat to that man. Look him up. All I'm going to say is, happy early birthday, Toriano. You're going to be 39 years old in February. But anyway, let's get to the logistics. I find it funny because I was looking up some shit, and I heard some dudes say, Charlo's not about boxing. Well, both him and Bivol got one belt. They fight their mandatories. One of them offered Canelo. The other got Canelo to offer him. One of them offered Triple G, Andrade, and Jaime, but he didn't get to fight. But he's not about boxing, right? Now, anybody else with that resume of people who turned down to fight him will be called a boogeyman. But if it's Charlo, if it's Lions only, you a duck, you a coward, you a bitch. Anybody else with that many offers sent out and that many fights turned down will be called a boogeyman. Let's keep the facts straight. But it's my job to defend Charlo. I'm good at it. And I'm sorry to tell y'all, David Benavidez, as I've always said, he's not Bivol because Bivol has already lined himself up as a great fighter. In all honesty, David Benavidez probably will be in the future, but he needs more people under his belt. There's a reason why he's always mentioned, but nobody takes him seriously, and they jump onto somebody else who's either won more titles, done more pay-per-views, sells more seats, or can make more money. He has to win a title. If he could beat Plant and get him a title, I guarantee you, Charlo will fight that man. There's no reason to fight somebody that you're never going to get nothing from. The money ain't going to be good. It's business. We can sit here and argue business versus boxing all the time, but if you are not into the business of boxing, you should not talk on every boxing topic. Save some topics for you to listen to. Don't contribute. Because if you can't handle the fact that these boxers tell us every single day on this show, they come in, the promoters tell us, if you can't take that and use that as information, shut the fuck up for this episode. Be the fuck quiet. Shit gotta make sense. And Charlo gonna do what the fuck Charlo gonna do, and all he's trying to do is offer motherfuckers. Let's see if he offers Bivol. Let's see if they can work it out before you start being negative and in your feelings like y'all been for the past 3, 4, 5 fucking years. CYP out. Somebody come in and eat the Geronimo Thompson or Johnson, whatever his name is. I'm out of here.
Geronimo. Yo, you're terrible. So the thing is, Jermall is picky. So, yeah, you could say, yo, someone else would be called the boogeyman if he sent out offers to, what did he say, Jaime, Andre, I don't even know. Who else? Golovkin, right? But, you got the track history of the Daniel Jacobs thing. Then you got the big track record of the Benavidez thing where you didn't handle that too good. You said some stuff that will live forever and will forever make you hypocritical. Obviously, he wanted Benavidez to come down to 164. He said things like, I'm not a middleweight, bro, and I'm not a matchmaker, bro. And then he said things about COVID shots and what else did he want? The vaccination. There was just a lot, right? Then you got the $7 million he turned down. And yeah, I get it. When Andre was no longer with DAZN, Espinoza made an offer. But that has nothing to do with the original offer from DAZN for $7 million that the world knows about that Charlo turned down. Now, cool. Someone will call in and argue how he had to turn it down because he's tied to the network and yada, 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 and yada, yada, yada. Okay. Still means he turned down an offer, and then that same team turned down his offer later. So, you got more instances where Charlo didn't act like a fighter. I mean, think about again the Jacob situation. He didn't handle that like a fighter. Uh, and when you talk about Terriano Johnson, I mean Terriano's been in with better opposition. You know, Charlo has 3 wins, right? That's K9 Budneridge, who he won the world title from, Austin Trout, Julian Williams. Julian was a mandatory. So that mandatory looks good because he beat him while he was undefeated. Then that mandatory went on to become unified, but lost those belts, but he became unified. Other than that, I'm going to check because I don't want to misspeak, but I'm not seeing, okay, the Derevyanchenko win back end of the career, though, like really back end. I mean, at the time that Charlo fought him, Derevyanchenko had 2 losses, maybe 3, or Charlo gave him his 3rd. So you got that. And again, Terriano Johnson, he actually fought Derevyanchenko before Charlo. But yes, Derevyanchenko got the knockout in the 12th round over Terriano. But my point still remains, he's been in there with better names. Now, the argument to that is obviously he's not Charlo, thus he's not a threat, so he gets more opportunities. Still been in there with quite a few names. But maybe I misspoke. Maybe Charlo has definitely been in there with the better opposition because, yeah, it's definitely Charlo with the better opposition and the better wins when it comes to Terriano. So, yeah, let's try King Born on Discord once again. We're going to figure this mug out. What up, Discord? King Born, you there? You there? Are you there? I'm raising all these faders. I'm trying to find you. That's what the fucking problem is. What about now? And that's a no. All right, let me try not that, but this. King Born, you there? That didn't work. Yo, King Born, man, what's up, bruv? Where you at? I don't know, bruv. I can't figure you out. Yo. King Born, you there? That's a no. All right. We're going to find him one day. We got James, what up, on Twitter Spaces. James, what up?
What's going on?
Talk to me.
304 West Virginia in the building. I just want to say that ever since Jermall Charlo and Jermall Charlo had a pay-per-view together and it went horribly wrong, these top fighters are not going to take that fight seriously with Jermall Charlo, who went into middleweight and didn't seek no big fights. Went away from Billy Joe, went away from Andrade, who moved up with him, and then called out Canelo, acting like that fight was easy to make. And then just now that he's trying to call out Dmitry Bivol, it's big time cap, and trying to match make when he said he don't match make. So it just right now I feel like he's scrambling.
I don't know about scrambling. It ain't like he ain't got fights on his side of the street. Obviously, they could always make the Jacobs fight. They got the mandatory with Carlos Adames, which is a great fight.
Right. But when I say scrambling, I guess it's just saying like he's trying to make that big, like, oh, I can fight Bivol. Like, I can, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to fight Bivol. You know what I'm saying? And Bivol was like, bro, you still got so much to do. Like the Adames fight. Like, take the Adames fight. If he wins that one, then, you know what I'm saying, they can bolster it up. But ever since that pay-per-view that they did back then, I was like, I just can't take Jermall Charlo that serious. Now, Jermall has answered the bell ever since that loss to Tony Harrison and has been more, I would say, gung-ho to fight. If he moved up to 160, I would give more Jermall Charlo a chance than Jermall.
Well, I mean, Jermall chased Canelo. Remember, he was the
Right.
mandatory.
Facts. Yeah. So that with him chasing Canelo, knowing that you got to get some stripes in that division, he just thought I could just keep calling out Canelo by being a mandatory. You know, Canelo, we already know how Canelo is with taking fights like that, and you know he's going to do what he wants to do. And we saw that with Liam Smith and all these other guys that we thought he was going to fight a cruiserweight for crying out loud. So Canelo's going to do what he's going to do, but he's going to look at the pulse and see what you're doing. And Jermall did not take advantage of that and wreak havoc through the 160 or 168.
I mean, again, Jaime didn't want to fight him. Andre was on the other side of the street. Jacobs was on the other side of the street. You know, Johnny Beck was just a prospect. Chris Eubank was on his side and then left back to the UK.
Yeah.
I mean, there wasn't really that many people for him to. That's why we wanted him to move up to fight Benavidez.
Right, and that's where I was my next point. That was the fight that he should be calling out for, like, now just until forever, until that fight gets made. He should be calling out Benavidez because that's right now, that's it. Because what I'm talking about was through the years whenever Benavidez was in his name, but it's just like he could have fought Billy Joe, he could have fought those names, like you said, he could have fought Andre, but he lowballed him. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we know what Andre going to do when you lowball. You got people, you know how people are, and these fighters know how these each other are. They know how each other are. And it just felt like that he just knew I could fight this dude, Jeffrey Chico. I could fight the one dude that hurt his knee. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, he has a better resume than Torino Johnson, who was just going. But that's of course. But he still has no resume enough to fight Canelo or Bivol. But getting that Benavidez fight, beating Adames, you know what I'm saying? Those are the things that will shake it.
I hear you, champ. Thank you for calling in. We do appreciate it. If you want to call in, you know the number to call is 1-425-569-5241. We're also taking callers on Twitter because I don't know what the hell's going on with Discord, who I want to try King Born again because I feel like you hearing me, I should be hearing you. But I don't hear you. So sad. Come on over to Twitter, man. Talk to us on Twitter, King Born. We going out to pound for pound. Javi. Got on card. Pound for pound. Javi.
All right. I think you can hear me, right?
I hear you.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think this would be a good fight, but it just kind of sucks that Charlo hasn't fought in a while, man. And then you call out Bivol at 168. Like, I don't know if that would give him the credit for it because obviously Bivol is at 175. You know, he beat Canelo, went up there to fight Bivol at that weight class. So it's just I think he's just trying to, you know, get back in the scene, put his name out there again after being off for so long. I think what he really needs to do is focus on like a tune-up maybe, and wait for Plant versus Benavidez winner. That'd be a super easy fight to make. The Bivol fight wouldn't be realistic, to be honest. And again, you're asking Bivol to come down. Bivol has said that he would come down, but to fight Canelo, you know, like that way there's no quote unquote excuses, you know, to beat him. But I don't know. I think Charlo is a good fighter. I just think he needs to be more active, man, so that people can give him the credit he deserves. And, you know, it might be things out of you know, outside the ring that stop him from fighting and whatnot. But if he can focus and get back in the ring, I think he can do a lot of good for the sport. I just don't think the Bivol fight would be realistic, but that's my call.
All right, brother. Well, we do appreciate you calling in. Let me see here. Try this. Una vez más here. We are trying for you, King Born. We are trying to get this right. But That looks like it is. I'm telling you, it looks like it's set up in the right place. I don't know. What about now, Mr. Bourne? Are you there? King Bourne. Are you there? And that looks like a no. All right, we're going out to C Dub 205. What up? What up, C Dub?
Yo, yo.
Yes, we hear you.
All of y'all good. Man, that's what's up, man. You know, gotta gotta make it through Discord, man. But we here, we made it. Yo, that's what's up, Ness. Smash that like button. It's free. Do something with yourself. Lines only, man. Lines only. Come back and stop T. Johnson in 6 rounds in February. That's what he need to do. You know, that guy lost to Munguia. You already know CYP. We looked them up. We checked the Boss Rick, Mr. Boss Rick, man. We put them up real quick, man. He got Munguia problems. But you know, good job to T. Johnson, man. You know, good market employee. You know, associated yourself with a. I mean, Charlo isn't active, but he is a bigger name than him. So, and he saw that the buzz that Charlo made, and all he did was clout chase the clout chaser. So, hey, good market employee, man. Good job. I want to tell you this because some people don't see the vision, but I see it. You know, this may not be what the public wanted with Charlo. You know, they disappointed. They're disappointed. The tomfoolery. He ain't been in the ring. You know, but this is good. You know, he showed footage of him training. Just see the progression. He showed footage of him training. Now he announced a fight in February, and he made a splash in marketing to get your attention on him about the fight in February. You know, it's just, and then he associated himself with the best. Well, one of the best, or if not the best, if you consider many do consider Canelo the best and the biggest in boxing. So, and he associated himself with that. So it's genius. It's genius marketing. You know, name association is is an easy market employee to pull. You know, let's talk about Charlo at 168. It's a long shot, but if Bivol actually fight Canelo, it could be a little bit more realistic. Then, like Ned said, you saw how he looked. He looked very big. I don't know if Bivol couldn't have 168. It seems like it. It seems like he couldn't have 168 because Charlo looked way bigger than that guy. Way bigger. You know, and then he planted a seed, no pun intended. You know, so it's just genius marketing. He's not fighting Adamas in February. Adamas coming next, but you know he's gonna start with Adamas, and then it got to be 168 after that. It got to be. You know, but lines only. You know, and what you think he beats? You think he has a chance against Bivol? Because he looked like he about the same size, if not bigger, like you
Hard
said.
to tell, man. Hard to tell based off that for sure.
Right, right. But if you've really been paying attention, I mean, well, I know you have. If the casuals and everybody else been paying attention, that think this is weird and out of pocket. Bivol beat the guy that he was chasing. So if you beat the guy that I'm chasing, okay, now I got to chase the guy that beat him. So just wrap your mind around that. Bivol beat Canelo, so now I got to chase the guy that beat the guy I've been chasing for 5 years. It makes sense, man. Shout out Charlo, lines only. Smash that like button. It's free.
Word. Let me try Discord. Could I get somebody on Discord real quick? I think I'm over here pushing buttons, seeing can we get it. If anybody wants to raise their hand on Discord, trying to see can we get it. In the meantime, in between time, we do have callers on Twitter Spaces. If you want to go ahead and raise your hand, we'll get to you. We got Modern King Boxing, TBV for life. He got 4 fire emojis. Shout out to you. MC in the ring with the $2 super chat says, not as hot as the messy mess. Laugh out loud emoji. I think that's that Canelo thing, right? The whole soccer thing. We got Big Supermax that says David Plant and Nello all look busy, and he'll get bashed for another tune-up type of guy. So this is the best name to go for with the value. I like the energy. And I guess he's talking about Jermall Charlo and who he decides to fight, being as though there's some occupied fighters. I got Big Fish Vega. Are you there? Big Fish. All right, we don't hear you just yet. Hold on. Anything? Oh, anything? Not yet? All right, don't go nowhere. Let me keep trying something here, bruv. We're going to figure this out. So, Big Fish Vega. Let's try this. I'm gonna do some unfortunately we're gonna have to do some straight up tuning right now. What about now, Fish? Big Fish, are you alive? I hear nothing. Let's see. Big Fish Vega. Still hear nothing. Well, I do think I got it, but I don't know why it's not working. In the meantime, in between time, you can definitely check in with us on Twitter Spaces and or Blog Talk by dialing the number 14255695241 and pressing one time to voice your opinion. We're going to go out to Jaime Nieto, $5 super chat that says, that was a great call. Agree with everything that brother had to say. Hope you had a blessed holiday, Ness. Oh, thank you, man. Definitely cannot complain. Fred Robinson, who I'll be meeting up with this week, right in Phoenix, Arizona at the Chocolatito versus Estrada 3 fight. He says, wait a minute, everyone. No, excuse me. Wait a minute. Everyone forgetting Charlo tried to fight everyone at 160. Nobody had a problem with Canelo fighting Bivol. What's the problem? I think the problem is he's willing to fight Bivol, but he wasn't willing to fight David. He had all these excuses for David, like catch weight and COVID tests and I'm not a welterweight, all those type of things. You know what I'm saying? We got Jin Ryu Jr., Jermall, New Era Charlo, because he all cap. Salute TBV. Damn. Fred Robinson right back at it. He says, y'all make it sound like Charlo was on social media clout chasing when he talked to Bivol, respectfully asking for a fight. The fans are silly. Again, I guess it's going over your head like you not getting it. It's like the little boy that cried wolf. Maybe you not old enough to know that story, but right? It's like this boy. He always telling the, townspeople that the wolf is coming. So he'll go up there and he's like, oh my God, the wolf is coming. Everybody get nervous. Wolf never comes. One day, fucking wolf comes. The wolf is coming. Man, little motherfucker always lying. Little ass guy ate. You feel me? So that's how they feeling about Charlo. It's like, man, you always saying you want to fight somebody and then you ain't. You ain't, like, it don't matter what y'all say about whatever you want to say. Only thing that matters is this. Juan Macias Montiel, 4 losses at the time he fought Charlo. Sergey Derevyanchenko, 2 losses at the time he fought Charlo. Hogan, 2 losses at the time he fought Charlo. Brandon Adams, 2 losses at the time he fought Charlo. Korobov, 1 loss at the time he fought Charlo. Hugo Centeno, 1 loss at the time he fought Charlo. Jorge Sebastian Highland, 4 losses at the time he fought Charlo. That's the middleweight career. So that's what people are upset with. Like, you can have an energy, but your record says something else, bro. It's just that simple. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody mad or shitting on them. It's just your record don't indicate your energy and your record is just 2 separate things. It ain't even like on the same page. But we got Big Supermax on the check-in on Blog Talk 14255695241. Hit one time to voice your opinion. Supermax.
What's going on, Nance? Good morning, man. It's good to hear from you, man. How was your holiday weekend? Did you have a good one?
Can't complain, brother. Can't complain.
There we go. Look, people complained about Charlo and, making stipulations and, doing this. And then when he turns around and walks up to Bivol and, tells him, hey, let's meet in the middle at 68, where Bivol has talked about making the weight. Don't forget when Canelo said he could make 52, People were okay when Floyd held, him to it. And I'm not saying Charlo's Floyd, but fighters know. We know when a fighter says he can make a certain weight, they're gonna be held to that. So I don't mind it, man. I think it just shows more fickleness with boxing fans, man. Truth be told, Canelo's still the biggest money fight out there, and what better way to? The only way for Charlo to leapfrog David and David Benavidez and Caleb Plant is to try to go fight Bivol. Everybody's busy. It looks like Canelo's fighting Ryder. Betterbee's got a fight lined up, so he might be busy. And for Bivol, I mean, why not take the check, man? Get you a nice little paycheck, fight Charlo on pay-per-view, beat him. I mean, because Bivol, I feel like he's on his way now. But even after beating Canelo, didn't cross over the way I thought he would have. That's a bit strange. So why not, beat Charlo, then go, then you got options. You still got Betterbee, you still got Canelo. So I like it, man. At the end of the day, boxing fans, we're never going to be happy. We're always going to be upset one way or the other. We're not going to like what somebody's doing. But I like the energy. I think it's the biggest name fight that's available right now. So, I don't know that it actually happens, but I like the energy, and we need to see Jermall do something, man. He's been out the ring quite a while, so why not make a big splash? Like I said, if he fights a guy whose name people don't really know, he'll just get bashed anyway. So he's kind of in a damn. To me, Bivol is a no-lose situation for Charlo if he can make that fight happen. If you lose, well, you went up and lost to the guy who already beat Canelo. You can still fight one of the other two. And if you win, now you beat the guy who beat Canelo, and you can potentially leapfrog those two other guys and say, hey, I beat the guy who beat you. Let's fight. But that's really all I got to say, man. Keep the show going, man. Good job, and make sure y'all tune in.
All right, brother. All right. Totally appreciate the check-in. Let's see what we got. All right. On Twitter Spaces, don't forget to go ahead and request if you want to voice your opinion. We got Boston Jared, $5 super chat, says, spoke to Willie Monroe Jr. last week. He has the smoke for Charlo as well, and they got unfinished business. Check out the Twitter at Boxing Pop Talk on YouTube. Yeah, Boston Jared, the issue is that ever since Monroe tested positive, he's kind of been blackballed. Like, remember, he was supposed to fight Charlo, tested positive, and we've never heard from him again, like ever. I don't know what happened. That might have messed things up with him and Al. He was on that side, then he had to go back to Golden Boy, I think. I don't know. We got Rider of the Storm, $5 super chat, says all PBC fighters used to that same promotional tactic, calling out fighters they will never fight. PBC pay-per-view numbers are down. PBC fighters are all capped. Yeah, that's what people are starting to believe. We are at 158,950 subscribers. So if you haven't already done so, I need you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button so we can get to our next goal of 159,000. Looks like we need about 47 or 57 people, give or take, to subscribe. You can help us get there and celebrate with us. We got a poll going on, and right above the poll, we have the ways that you can call in pinned to the top. You can also call in 1425-569-5241. Press 1 time to voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. Don't forget, we're taking calls on Twitter Spaces as well. We're going out to LV Slugger. What up? Looking busy. Cincinnati, Brandon, what up?
What's going on, Ness? How you feeling, brother?
Another day, another podcast, man. Cannot complain.
Man, that's what's up, man. This situation, in my opinion, ain't much more different than when Andre called out Canelo. Looks kind of clownish. You've been inactive, irrelevant to the, boxing public for, 2 years now. Even when you were active, you wasn't fighting nobody we gave a fuck about, so you still were kind of irrelevant to boxing. And then you come back calling out Bivol, a pound-for-pound fighter, future Hall of Famer, and this guy's just looking at you like he don't know what the fuck you talking about. And he told you, what belt, what weight, I fight for belts, and you tell us let's just fight for no belts. So he just looked like he just got clown more than anything. Nobody was like, yeah, Charlo wants the smoke. Charlo won't. Yeah, everybody just like what the fuck is Charlo talking about? Like nobody cares about Charlo, to be honest. Like so. Next week we won't even remember that this shit even happened. He's gonna fight, like y'all said, a Toriano Johnson.
I don't know that nobody
Willie
cares.
Monroe like he's been fighting.
I mean, you don't think we had a significant amount of
we
callers?
We won't be talking about this next week.
Okay.
We won't be talking about this next week.
But truth
we
be
won't
told,
be talking about this tomorrow.
But truth be told, we've had less callers for better topics. You know, Stanionis versus Virgil, less callers. Like, look at the numbers. More people are tuned into this than some of the fights that are made.
That shit ain't gonna equal up to sales, Baz. Fight ain't getting made, man. Don't nobody care
I'm
about
with you on that. I don't think it gets made
really
either.
Don't nobody care about. Really don't nobody. When you think about it, Jermall is like the most untalked about undisputed champ. This motherfucker won undisputed, and it's like nobody gave a fuck. He ain't got no bigger buzz about it.
But you know why?
Because he popping more than he was.
Yeah, but that's because he
just there. I forgot the motherfucker was undisputed.
Nah, that's because he announced the fight 8 months out, bruh. Nobody's done that before. He announced the fight 2 months ago for fucking January versus Tim Tszyu. So there's nothing for him to talk about. There's nothing for us to think about him because we know he's locked in. So that's really what they did. You know, we always ask for them to announce fights sooner, but that kind of might have killed them, no? Because it sounds like we found out what it was and we like, oh, all right, that's who you find cool. See you when it happens.
Like, I be forgetting even undisputed. Like, when Bud, Devin, all them dudes went undisputed, it's like big news. You know, we can't stop talking about the cats. It's like Charlo went undisputed, and it's like, okay. I don't know. They just not really that popping to me. They don't galvanize the crowd, as I say. So, like I said, this situation wasn't too much different from when Boo Boo called out Canelo. It's like, who are you? If I'm Bivol, I got Canelo on the rematch. I got a possible undisputed fight for Better Beef, and here comes Charlo. Like, dude, you ain't even top 5 on the list. Like, you, like, I don't know. It just didn't look right to me, man. It just looked like some clout chasing shit. Like, get a fight against somebody that boxing cares about first, and then we might take you serious again. But until then, you're gonna be doing whack-ass pay-per-view numbers and fighting on Showtime in front of a couple 100,000, and nobody's gonna know you outside of the hardcore boxing world. That's
Well, let me get to some calls, man. Stick around, because you know this counterpunch is for you. CYP, what up?
Yo, it's funny how this nigga call in. He always hating on fly ass niggas who get bitches. Like, I know that's about you, Brian. I'm gonna get your ass in that back car, nigga. You're getting on my nerves today. You love hating on niggas for it's a little evilness you have in you. When you see another fly nigga doing something, you want to put extras on shit. Now let me back up my claim. You say nobody cares about him. No, nobody cares. He's irrelevant. But you actually called in to talk about the nigga, right? Dillian White just fought. Ain't nobody talking about him. That's because ain't nobody talking about Dillian White. That's somebody irrelevant. Charlo said something to Bivol. Between them two, we having a show about the shit, and the show about to do numbers, because I know the math on TBV. Charlo topics do numbers, but don't nobody care about the man. I just find it funny how Bivol beats Canelo, and he's a Hall of Famer, right? Is Tim Witherspoon a Hall of Famer for knocking out Lennox Lewis? How about Rahman? He a Hall of Famer for knocking out Lennox Lewis? Because in my opinion, Lennox Lewis has done more for boxing than Canelo has. Lennox Lewis is up there, one of the greatest heavyweights of all time. And I don't think them dudes is getting in simply because they beat one of the greatest by knockout. It wasn't a man moving up who was smaller that you beat. You actually knocked Lennox Lewis the fuck out cold, both of them. Both of them men. You know how many dudes beat Klitschko or beat are they going to the Hall of Fame? Bivol got to do a whole bunch more to get into the Hall of Fame if Charlo's not in the Hall of Fame. Because we starting to get disrespectful with the shit. Now all of a sudden, Bivol beat Canelo, who's at a smaller weight than him. He's greater than Charlo's ever been because of that, when Charlo's a 2-division champion. I'm confused. Let's do a poll. No, fuck the poll, because we know what this show is. But let's do the poll anyway, because I'm cool with showing how biased these callers are and the viewers are. You think that because Bivol beat Canelo, who was smaller than him, that makes him greater now than Charlo is. Look at that resume at 175. Man, ain't no fighters up there. There ain't no fighters up there. There ain't none. But if you think there is, prove me wrong. I'm saying it right now. Bivol is not greater than Big Charlo is at the moment. Not by just simply beating Canelo. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm gone.
All right. So I get his argument about Bivol shouldn't be greater than Charlo for one win, but yo, that's a big ass win, bro. And I get it. The argument is true. It's like, yo, yeah, it's a big win, but he was the bigger man fighting a smaller man. Canelo was the one moving up, so it's Canelo's challenge, not Bivol's challenge. I get it, but it's still a bigger carrot. No matter how we slice it, that carrot is still a bigger, more valuable carrot than anything that, Charlo has done, unfortunately. Now, if you're on Blog Talk and you want to speak, I need you to press 1 at least one time. I think that might be C-Dub, right? But let me know if you're ready to rock and roll by hitting the number 1 button. Don't forget you could call in yourself if you want to voice your opinion. 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 time to voice your opinion. And on Twitter Spaces, all you got to do is request to speak. We're going to go to our super chats here. It looks like we got Izads, I guess. Izads. Why don't Jermall fight Demetrius? They in the same boat, even though I want Demetrius to win. Yeah, I don't know that Demetrius will ever be able to do business with Al Heyman and Showtime. Until we see that, I don't know. Now, I will say that Samson Lewickovich talked to me at the WBC convention, and he sounded optimistic about dealing with Andrade. He feels that after Andrade lost the purse bid, lost his belt, pulled out of the fight with Zach Parker, he might be a little bit more receptive to fighting and talking about fighting now because he's kind of got his back against the wall. But it looks like I might have got to all my callers. I don't know if this is Brandon. Let me double check, see if he sent me a Cash App or was he just tuned in listening to CYP. All right. So we lost a little bit of service there for a few seconds. I don't know what the hell happened, but we're back. Luckily enough, we are back. But it looks like we are wrapping up because it looks like I got to all my... Oh, okay. We got some new callers here. Let me see. Who is this? Is LV Slugger. What up?
TBV, how it sound?
What's good? You got hella background noise.
Man.
That's how you sound.
Yeah, man. Yeah, how it sound? I'm good though.
You straight?
I'm good.
You straight?
Yeah, man. Yeah. This just Charlo got a fight in February. You know what I'm saying? He seen a man. Another fighter. Just told him he willing to fight, but let's keep it real. Understanding the business of boxing. I don't see it happening. He's a champion at 160. He has yet to fight at 168, and I just don't see him moving up 2 divisions. Another division just to fight. Bivol right now. I don't think Bivol carries that. That star power. To take that type of chance. You know what I'm saying? But he's willing to do it. I'll be all for it. But like you said, even coming off that Canelo win, he's not really gained no big star power. You know what I mean? So I think Charlo is a bigger star than him. So I can't really say he's getting clout off of him. But you know what I'm saying? I just feel like his
you
fight.
said Charlo's
a
bigger star than Bivol?
Absolutely. Yeah. Charlo's a bigger star than Bivol. I'm sorry. Nobody talks about Bivol, like, for real. This show was predicated just because of what Charlo did. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I definitely think Charlo, Charlo's done the pay-per-view without Canelo being across the ring from him. You know what I'm saying? So, I definitely think Charlo's a bigger star. I think people do care more about Charlo than a Bivol. I'm sorry. I know he got the Canelo win. He's coming off the Zerto win. But it's just something about him, and he's just not gaining that star power. You know what I'm saying? But he definitely. I still think that don't discredit nothing he's done. I still think he's the man that wants to. Even with Better B being over there, I understand. I see the the skill set, but just that star power, it just don't seem like he has it. You know what I mean? But with Charlo at 160, all these people talking about moving 168. I mean, it's only
So
one man at
let me
168 that
ask
holds
you,
all the titles.
what
So
are
I don't
you
see you moving to 168
what are you
with no belt on the
basing
line. He's a champion at 160.
what are you basing
That
what are you basing Charlo being more popular off?
well, I just told you. I mean, the show has been predicated off what Charlo did. You know what
I
I'm saying?
mean,
And him doing
how
a
does
pay
that
per view. He's done a pay per view without Canelo being
that
across the
yeah,
ring from him.
but listen to what you're
He's done a
saying.
pay per view.
Listen to what you're saying. Like you're legit making an argument that someone is more popular because he did a pay-per-view that failed. Like I wouldn't bring up
Wait a
as
minute.
a Charlo fan, just hear me out, bro. As a Charlo fan, you should not bring up the pay-per-view. Two brothers that are stars allegedly in your mind.
They did it. I mean,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
did it.
but let
I'm
me
not going to
finish.
continue, but
Let
they
me
did
finish.
It. They did
Let
it.
me finish so that people understand what I'm saying. Because you're claiming that because he did a pay-per-view without Canelo, he's a star, but he had his blood brother who is identical to him on the card, and they both did 130 together, not separate. So it wasn't a total of 260,000 buys. It was 130. So this lie that you're telling the audience that he's a star because he did his own pay-per-view,
It's
that
no lie.
failed.
It's no lie.
No,
it's a
it
fact.
failed.
It's a fact.
No, that is a fact. It
Tell Bivol
failed.
to fight Zerto
It
on
failed.
pay-per-view,
It
and let's see how much
failed.
it sell for.
Don't give
Bivol
us
to fight Zerto on
hypotheticals. Don't give
pay-per-view,
us hypotheticals.
and let's see
Listen,
how much that sell for.
We gonna debate boxing.
Without
We gonna
Canelo,
debate boxing
without
in
Canelo,
like
Bivol's not selling.
realistically, or you can talk to
without
yourself
Bivol,
in the phantom zone.
I'm talking realistic.
No, you're not.
Realistic.
No, you're not. You
I'm
talk.
talking
You
realistic.
trying to
Without
justify
Canelo,
your shit by
nobody
saying
cares
tell
about Bivol.
You
Without
trying to justify
Canelo,
your shit by telling
nobody
Bivol.
cares.
All right, I ain't gonna talk over you because you don't know shit about boxing. He's trying to justify himself by telling Bivol to go fight Zurdo on pay-per-view. But what this dummy don't fucking get is that because of Bivol and his religion, this fight ended up where it did. And they made more money than it should have. They didn't need to go to pay-per-view because Bivol fights on a platform that is subscription. And they had Middle Eastern money. So I never seen Jermall get an offer from another country. I said I never seen Jermall get an offer from another country. I never even seen him fight in another country. So stop lying. Secondly, Jermall don't have more Instagram followers than Bivol. So what are you, like, where are you getting that he's bigger? I don't get it. The last and only other thing we can do is do a Google search comparison of the two names to see who's searching who more. But I bet you it's still going to be Bivol. In the recent, keyword in the recent, due to his win over Canelo Alvarez. More people will be Googling him. But we'll do a Google Trends comparison just for shits and giggles to give it to y'all. While I do that, I'm going to go to Nebraska. What up? Yo. Canna, what up?
Oh, yo, what up? I just wanted to tap in real quick and just say, man, the fights I want to see is Charlo Adames and fucking Better B Bivol. And then do a little victory lap. I cashed out my first $150 off Bovada this weekend. That felt good. But, yeah, that's pretty much it. I ain't got all that rah-rah niggas going for Charlo this morning. That ain't me.
And what do you mean for Charlo?
All that rah-rah. You know, all this arguing and hollering about how big a star he is or isn't and all that shit. I ain't got time for that. But
why? Why don't you got time? Because of what?
Oh, because I truly don't care. I truly don't care. Charlo is not that popular. He's trying to big his name up by riding on Bivol's coattails / Canelo's coattails. He's been doing that shit since 160. When Canelo was at 160. And it's not tickling my fancy, so to speak.
Mm. Well, all right, all right. We
Yeah,
do appreciate you calling in.
for sure. I'm out.
So, and this is what I'm saying, bro. I hate always being right, but it does feel fucking awesome to always be right. I ain't gonna even front. So, this is Dmitry Bivol and Charlo, right? And what do we got this search on? November, April. So we going back a whole year worth of time, right? And you see that you can't like Charlo is so irrelevant. He's so look, you don't even see the blue line. It's literally blanketed by excuse me. Bivol is so irrelevant that he's literally blanketed by the red line of Charlo until right about here, January of 2022. And then you start to see Bivol get some light. It looks like right there in February, a month later, he surpasses Charlo. And you can see the blue slightly be above the red all through the months of March, April. And in April and May, right here, which they don't give you a pinpoint. Okay, April 10th to the 16th, that week, as you can see, 2 and 2, they're even. Then, obviously, Bivol skyrockets, and then he kind of disappears. So, based off what I said, because of the win from Bivol over Canelo, based off 1 year, he has more search hits. Now, this is past 12 months. We can do. Damn, they don't got lifetime? Fucking shit. Let's do past 5 years. Charlo significantly more popular over the time he's been pro versus Dmitry Bivol. So again, that win means something. Where people trying to say that win doesn't because it was over a smaller man, it obviously shows on Google search trends that that's what put him on the map. That's why he's on the map. That's why these blues are jumping above the red line. So just a little tool you can use to do comparisons there if you ever feel the need in the future. We're going out to more callers. Looks like we got in the 347, that could be the BX, New York City. Who is this? Brand new caller? Maybe not. We got Easy Rawlins. Easy Rawlins. What up?
I'm from BK, bro. I'm from BK, baby. Not the BX, all right?
Got you.
Too classy for BX. Just playing.
Brooklyn.
Listen, Brooklyn, living in Harlem, right? But look, I want to say this. Y'all make some good points. You made some good points about why Charlo, to me, his brother at 154 accumulated all the belts. I started to wonder why the brother at 160 didn't try to do the same. There's also some questions of everybody wants to fight Canelo, but Canelo said, y'all need to fight each other. And he's right. Benavidez versus Charlo is a big fight. Take that fight. There's no excuse for him not to take the fight, except for he's scared. And I will say this, Charlo is a bigger name than Bivol before Bivol beat Canelo. That's not saying Bivol puts as many asses in seats, but they got the whole city of Houston behind them. And a lot of black boxing fans watch them. A lot of Spanish boxing fans watch them. So I know you're doing your Google analysis.
Nah, yeah, it showed that over the 5 years, Charlo is significantly the more popular fighter, you know, uh, and his resume shows that he's got those career-defining wins where Bivol just got that, but his career-defining
Yes.
win is greater.
I absolutely agree with you. Now my question is, why hasn't Charlo at 160 going for more title shots? Why is he trying to
He hasn't
consolidate the
really
belt?
been able. He hasn't really been able to get it, solidified. It's been difficult. Andre at one point was the champ. That belt was on the other side of the street with the zone. Now Johnny Beck got it. That's over there with Top Rank. Ryota Maroda had a belt, but he rather chose to fight Triple G, who's more known in the division. So it's things like that, man. Like, people always gonna choose to fight the bigger name. That's why Charlo's trying to do what he doing. He don't want to fight Adames. He would rather fight a bigger name.
I personally think we need to have a conversation about the ranking bodies, what they're really supposed to be doing in boxing, and the promotional companies. They all play a part. But to me, it's on the ranking bodies, these people that give out belts, to actually say, yo, y'all got to fight.
Well, we did get a lot of orders.
Belts in boxing, bro.
We did get a lot of orders in the WBC convention. The thing is that the promoters got to make it happen. Like, Shakur got ordered to fight Pitbull Cruz. Pitbull pulled out. So Shakur sent the offer to Pitbull. He sent the offer to William Cepeda, who's next. You know what I'm saying? Fighters got to want to fight, champ. You can't really force them to fight. But thank you for calling in. I'm going out to RDSD Campeonato on Twitter. Hello.
Hey. Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Hello.
We hear you good, baby. Just talk.
From Argentina.
De Argentina.
From Argentina.
¿Cómo está?
Yes. Bien, bien.
¿Y de qué quiere
Yes.
hablar?
No, quería saber más o menos de qué estaban hablando y para...
Estamos hablando sobre lo que pasó este fin de semana en la pelea de Cepeda con Regis, que Jermall Charlo, el campeón en la 160, le ofreció una pelea a Dmitry Bivol, el hombre que le ganó a Canelo.
Ah, ok. Sí, yo creo que está loco, Charlo.
You think he's crazy? ¿Y por qué?
Yo creo que está loco. Primero, ni siquiera subió a 168, entonces creo que está hablando por hablar y sabe que él no ha peleado con nadie, entonces está tirando simplemente peleas que son imaginarias. Si puedes traducir eso, por favor.
No, claro. Yeah, he thinks he's crazy. Charlo hasn't fought anybody, and he's just, putting out fights, imaginary fights, not things that are realistic. Bueno, Argentina, gracias por llamar y por hacerlo internacional. So, si quieren llamar, sabe que pueden usar el Twitter Space, estamos usando Discord y también pueden llamar el número 1-425-5241 y tiene que presionar el número 1 para poder hablar. And obviously, all I was telling them is that they could call them via Twitter Spaces and or Discord if they want to speak. And, press that 1 if you're on Blog Talk. Right now, we do have a poll with almost 500 votes. Is Dmitry Bivol bigger than the David Benavidez fight for Charlo? Options are Dmitry Bivol is the bigger fight at 32%. David Benavidez is the bigger fight at 55%. Demetrius Andre, the bigger fight at 8%. Carlos Adames, the bigger fight at 5%. So it looks like no one really interested in the Adames fight, which is unfortunate because that's the exact same position that Charlo was in versus Canelo Alvarez. So that's what happens when no one cares about your mandatory. The champion tries to swerve the mandatory because no one's interested in that fight. He wants a fight that he can get up for, that the public likes, that he could get a nice check for. That being said, I'm going to CYP. Actually, CYP, the counter punches from Brandon. I'll be back to you. Brandon, what up?
What up, Ness? Can you hear me?
Perfect.
Yeah, man. CYP is hilarious. I love him to death, though. Because if I would have called in and made that same call about Boo Boo, he would have been laughing with me. He would have been agreeing. But when there's somebody he like, I hate fly niggas with bitches. Whatever he just said. I mean, I like Tank. We both like Tank. Tank's a fly nigga with money and bitches. Why don't I dislike Tank? I credit Devin for being a fly nigga all the time with beautiful women. So why do I like Devin? I don't. My truth about the Charlos don't have nothing about them being fly niggas with bitches. That's funny though. I like that though. That was funny.
But ain't Charlo married?
He said.
Somebody ain't looking at his wife.
I don't know. He said I dislike fly niggas, but I like Tank and Devin and Bud. And they fly niggas, so I don't know, man. It was funny though. I like that. That was actually a good one. But as far as the Bivol being a Hall of Famer, only having one win,
who the hell said Hall of Famer?
I said Hall of Famer. Listen. I'm gonna give you my reasons why I say he might be a future Hall of Famer. It's not just the one win. It's the 10 title defenses. We got 10 straight title defenses.
Oh, that's Deontay
When
Wilder
other people
status.
y'all like have 10 straight titles. Yeah, when other people got 10 straight title defenses, we put them in the Hall of Fame when we like them. So why can't Bivol? And he got 10 straight title defenses over, Joe Smith, who was once a champ? What's the other guy from Canada? Your boy that knocked out Chad Dawson.
Lemieux? Oh, Chad Dawson.
No, that knocked out Chad Dawson back in the Pascal. He got one over Pascal.
John Pascal.
And he got to win over Canelo, who was pound for pound number one. We can't say Canelo was a smaller man, but we was giving Canelo credit for being pound for pound number one. When we gave Canelo pound for pound number one, that's us saying he has the ability to move up and beat them guys. So when somebody who's bigger moves up to fight, beats him, we can't then say, well, Canelo's small. No, he's pound for pound number one. He's expected to beat bigger guys, right? So that's why I put Bivol in the Hall of Fame. He got 10 straight title defenses. Just like some of y'all favorite fighters who y'all say are future Hall of Famers. That's my call, man. I'm going to try not to dislike fly niggas with bitches anymore. Have a good one, bro.
All right. And y'all know who he talking about when he says 10 title defenses, man. And it's true. That's a good argument right there. A lot of us, believe that Wilder's going to get in because he's the, historically one of the biggest punchers, and he's got those 10 title defenses. So that is a good argument. CYP, counterpunch.
Well, that's only a good argument if you act like knockouts in the heavyweight division isn't the most glamorized division in the history of boxing. The history of boxing. There are dudes in the Hall of Fame that were at heavyweight that we've never even seen box, never heard of because they fought at heavyweight. But that's another topic. Now, I don't know if your Google compare is different than my Google compare. But my Google compare say Charlo is much more popular than Bivol for the last 5 years, the last year, worldwide and in America. I already put my screenshots up in the chat. I don't know because a lot of times our shit don't be matching up. So maybe it's what you be looking for in your trend and what I'll be looking for in my trend. Because I swear to you, I looked up 5 years too. I put Jermall in there to see if the names was wrong. I switched the two to give them different colors. It was Jermall the whole time. And
it does say Jermall the whole time. CYP, I said that over the 5 years.
No, I get that. I'm talking about even what I saw for you saying he's more popular now had that spike. That's not what mine said. Mine said he was never more trending than Charlo ever. So everybody look at.
If you put over the past 12, it's clear.
I put over the past year. I put over the past 5 years. I put in America. I put worldwide.
Yeah, but I'm screen sharing it. I'm screen sharing it right now, and you can see that there is more spikes.
Do your own. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to me. Do your own Google compare because mine is not the same as his. So there has to be some kind of glitch. Maybe it's what you look up on yours and what I look up on mine. Because I promise you,
But,
ours is not
bruh,
the
it's
same.
not
It's total
Nesta
opposite.
Trends. It's not CYP. It's Google
Well,
Trends.
look
What
it up then.
users
Well,
type
Google.
into their search bar.
This is what people can do. Do your own. Right now, do your own like I did, and tell me if you don't see Charlo ahead of Bivol. That's all I'm saying. And Brandon, last thing to Brandon. It's not, it depends. You hate on niggas who get bitches who are threats to you. Nigga, ain't nobody worried about no little bitty tank taking your woman, or even little bitty out your weight class Devin. Who you really worried about is them 6-foot Charlo boys. Because them boys like the girls you like. Those are the ones you hating on, the CYPs of the world. I got you. I'll let you later. I'm done. I'll catch you on the back call.
All right. Yeah, I don't get his argument of maybe it's different because it's different locations. We're not geotagging. We're not looking up an address. We're looking up search terms on Google Trends. It's a universal Google, website, and it's there in red, white, and blue, and it shows the spikes. So I'm a little bit lost as to whatever it is he could be seeing. But we're still arguing the same thing. It shows that Bivol is less popular over 5 years, but more popular over the last year, which is it's just logical. He got a big ass win over the face of boxing. It's pretty logical. It's not even, I don't know, it's not really worth a debate. Like it's logical. You get the biggest win of your career, you're probably gonna get a spike in, your popularity. But looks like we got to all the callers. If you are on Blog Talk and you're like, damn, wait, don't go, that's because you haven't pressed 1. So it's kind of letting me know that you don't want to talk, which means I can go. So don't forget to join me in a matter of minutes right here. I'm going to be doing Untitled, where we sit back and we talk about anything and everything, and we will be discussing all the BS that happened at the Zepeda versus Prograis fight. We got a request from King Born.
Hey, yo, Ness, you hear me, right?
Yes, sir.
Yo, listen, man, listen. I'm on Twitter, y'all. I'm on Twitter. King Born on Twitter. Holy, listen. I love my TBV live chat comrades. I love my TBV comrades. Listen, let's get to the shit, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all what's going on in boxing. Here we go, Ness. I hope you listening. We saw the Regis Prograis fight, y'all. We saw that shit, right? Against Cepeda. I'm gonna tell y'all what he beat him with. All y'all old heads, all y'all new heads, y'all breakdancing heads, yo, Ness remember Electric Boogaloo too, right? So he beat him with the Electric Boogaloo style. That's the same style that Chris Brown did in that video where he was dancing with the broom, you heard? Number 2, he beat him with the 52 hand block style. Y'all saw him doing a 52 hand block for his defense and shit, like he was in the yard. And number 3, Ness, I know his footwork was like the drunken master Emmanuel Augustus. Yo, he hit him with the freeze ray. Cepeda didn't know what the fuck to do with him. He was stunned. He was confused. You right or wrong, he was confused, y'all. Cause Cepeda is a come forward dude, aggressive dude. That shit that Prograis Rigorou was doing in the ring confused him. Fuck this whole head up. Possess this whole head up. Number 2, listen, everybody fuck with Franklin. That's the $100 man. That's the man on the $100 bill. Yo, Dillian White lost that fight. He got robbed. Franklin got robbed, yo. They took his car, they took his house, they damn near took his woman. That was a flat out robbery, man. You know that shit was gonna happen in the UK, y'all. And let me tell y'all something. I'm on call me King Born Bird, Spielberg shit. I'm gonna put in the chat. Go to YouTube, look at the duel, DUEL, Spielberg First Film, and look at the car. The car is crazy. I'm gonna put that in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Ness, I'm on Twitter.
We love the boxing. Yo, this Charlo shit. Listen, Charlo is like, it's Cyber Monday, right? That's like buying a cyber deal on eBay. He fronting. You gonna listen with Charlo? Fuck around. You thought you had a bottle of Chris, but it's really a bottle of piss. That's the fake out. He clout chasing. Ain't nobody go do something, man. Go fuck with something, man. Ness, love the show. Love y'all. Love the TVV universe. My crazy behind is on Twitter with the boxing voice. Shit is live. Peace. Love y'all. Love y'all. Love y'all. Love y'all.
Let's go. Yo, we do appreciate the call. Looks like we got to everyone. If anyone is still on Twitter and you're trying to make a last minute connection, go ahead and request. Now is the time to do so. Same thing for Blog Talk, Ness, GTO, Instagram, and Twitter. Catch me on the next one right here. YouTube members at 9 a.m. for Untitled every single Monday morning. Peace.